Hello. Good evening. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let's see. Let's see if I'm ready. I think, yes. I think I am. I think I am ready. Hello. Hi. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Picture of the day. I have to change all these pictures to be new ones, but I think it's nice to see also the old ones. Maybe I can make a catalog of all, all the screenshots and then start to add a new one as we go. Anyway, thanks for joining. So we are pretty close to the new release. New release will be 0739, and there is some good stuff in the new release, I think. So the new combat things, the shield, the trails, I think it's pretty good. Also, we have a new capability for game masters to actually create destructible objects, which is very good, and it will help us to do some nice events and will make things a bit more dynamic. I was fixing some of the bugs here in this list, and there is one that was suggested that I think is very important. That is, let me turn on this light, see if my eyes open up. Yeah, when there is more light, yeah. Let me lower the number of Patreons, because actually we are less than 51 these days. We are only 40 something. Wait, where is that? Patreon goal. I think we are 45 at the moment, so let's do a 45 out of 50, okay? So the goal looks a bit more reasonable. It's not updated automatically, unfortunately, but yeah. Hello, Hula. So, yeah, there seems to be multiple issues with crafting books. It's not an easy topic. It's a pretty complex topic because crafting books by themselves are really complex already. So they include transformations, combinations, and really a lot of items. It's a pretty big structure. There is a lot of data, but and due to that, we decided to basically pre-parse the information when the server is starting up. And change the music. Maybe also lower the volume. No, it's already lowered. I don't know why sometimes the music goes up and down. Okay. A real mission crafting. No, the old, this mission was very long time ago. Work manager must compile for the glory. It's a very old screenshot. It's a very old mission, So I think what we need to do, we need to reanalyze the way I create the crafting information. And I think the problem at the moment is that we did a change to the database, if I remember right. There was related to I think combinations and the transformations. No, only transformations. Yes, this column, present in book. Present in book, right? So this is the entry that is saying if, you know, this thing will go into the book or not. And some of them are not, because in theory, or they are recursive or they are not, you know, good to go for whatever reason. Okay, but let's do this. Let's do this. Let's start from relearning 1 second. What let's relearn 1 second. How it is today. Okay, I need to understand how it is today to change it. And I think that Cache Manager, when the server is starting up, is basically pre-caching all the crafting book information, if I remember right. Yeah, there is this preload crafting tree, right? And it's going by pattern, right? It's going by pattern. And then skip non-final items. Preload crafting 3 recursive search. Is crafting node shareable with no, seems it's not. Wow, the music. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's pick one of the books for which we have the problem, right? Because there are a number of books that have been listed as having issues. So, for example, making chainmail armor, right? Making chainmail armor seems to be missing all this stuff, right? Making chainmail armor. Making chainmail armor, there it is. Making chainmail armor. Okay. So the first thing I want to understand is chainmail strip. Because some of these items may be duplicates, right? So like for example, if I go here and I go into, yeah, you see chainmail strip, right? Chainmail strip is here, but it's also here, right? Chainmail strip is here, but it's also here. Mold molten steel into steel wire using forge with a wire mold. The problem, okay, the problem of this list is at the moment. Oh wait, let's go down a bit. Why is saying that 4-in-1 pattern is missing if it's actually there? 4-in-1 pattern. It's strange that it doesn't see 4-in-1 pattern, because 4-in-1 pattern I can see it. I can see it here. Steel coil, steel wire. Ah, what it means is that there is no description on how to make it. True. True. For example, chainmail strip, right, shows something, but 4-in-1 pattern doesn't, right? I think it's because the way I did it is that this is actually containing everything below here. Hello, Fanner. Hey. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what I want to do. Because you see that this is basically, right? This is basically listing all the sub steps. So it starts with combine 4 small chain pieces into, it's saying 0 because it means any, but 0 chainmail gloves kits, right? I think also this needs to be changed in terms of description, but anyway. Yeah, also there is a bit of a mix between enchanting and enchanting and not enchanting, which is kind of annoying. I think it's fairly annoying. Small chainmail parts. Yeah, for example, small chainmail pieces and small chainmail parts are not really part of this. Ah, yes, they are. 4 small chain pieces. Yeah, but you don't know how to make a small chain. Yeah, I don't know. I think the way it is at the moment is unfortunately not that great. Not that great. Why I cannot use the mouse wheel here? Super annoying. Also, I think it would be nice to have an expand all in GG, you know, like a button that is expanding everything. I mean, it may be pretty big, I know, but like if you double click or something, is expanding the wall, you know, the wall branch. And if you double click again, well, maybe if you double click on the name or something like that. Or maybe we made 2 icons, the minus and the full expand, because expanding it manually is fairly annoying, I have to say. Right, so I would like to see, the problem is, I think the problem is the repetitions, because like here, you see that I have steel coil, steel wire, steel coil, steel wire, right? So you have this repeated 1, 2, 3, 4 times just because you are using the dozen open steel rings, you know, for how can we do it in a way that is smarter than this? I mean, I think the 3 is not bad. The 3 is not bad. The 3 is not bad, but is prone to so many repetitions. So I think I will have like this dozen closed steel rings. I think will be here, 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 here. And then if I go and search inside of this, you know, it will be here again. You see? Dozen closed steel rings. So I'm repeating this information over and over, right? Continuously. I'm repeating this information continuously. I think I need a smarter I think I need a smarter way. I mean, obviously we could it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. The duplication is crazy. It's basically all duplicated. It's basically all duplicated. It's basically all duplicated, boys. It's basically all duplicated. Oops. What do we really want, right? The question is, what do we really want? So how do we, thinking that I can create any system for a second, and I have no technical constraint of any kind, right? What would you like, what we would like to have, right? I think identifying the final items is important, right? And the current algorithm is able to do that, because you see that here I see the final item. So I am able to identify I don't know exactly how I do it, but I did it. I don't know if there is a final item. No, there is not, but for whatever reason we can. I don't remember how, but we can, right? So there is a way, search all the final item of this pattern. Only on transformation, as we assume the final item is to be crafted, not just assembled. I don't understand how this query can return. I don't understand how that can return. What? Making chainmail. $3303. No, it's not the pattern ID. Wait, it's the. The pattern ID. No, it's not the pattern. We get all the trade patterns, right? All the trade patterns. So wait, I think it's easier if I open on the other screen the real thing, which is this. No, no, here, 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 here. How about a clone of Taladin Plane Shift? You mean you want two of me, or you want two real Talad? Because I'm not the real one. So final items. Final items, chainmail gloves. For example, chainmail helms is missing, but probably because the helm is in another book. Gloves, boot, armor, yeah, because the helm is in another book, I think. process data. Process ID 642. 642. Returning 0. No, not the process ID, the pattern ID, the pattern ID. The pattern ID, boys. The pattern ID. Maybe rusty in this. Where the hell is the pattern ID? Pattern ID 250. Armor Smith. Armor Smith. Armor Smith. Pattern. Ah, this one. Pattern Armor Smith. So everything that is Armor Smith. 250. I'm looking at the other screen. 250. So that is everything that returns in the 250 pattern. Chainmail armor. And plate mail armor. If I go 457 457 is returning this. Because there is actually a group pattern. It's actually a group pattern. How it is even possible? 476. How does he know that there is a group? How does he know that there is a group pattern associated? Probably because in trait transformation there is really the group. Let me see. There is the pattern ID. No, I'm confused now. Now I am confused. Ah, yeah, they have different. Yeah, okay. Yes, they are actually different. They are actually different in. Okay, there are different items now. I was thinking the group was returning both, but no, each one has his own, right? So the Armor Smith has his own set of items, and then Chainmail Armor, that is this one, 457 is this group, and 476 is this group, right? So now the complexity is that I go and extract all of this, and then I recurse to create the tree, but I don't know if that's a great idea. I mean, for certain books, I think it's fine, because you basically don't have duplications. But for other books, the duplication becomes crazy. And this is a good example, right? This one is a very good example, because you have insane amount of duplication. Basically below chainmail strip, right? you are duplicating everything, right? Well, even more, probably small chainmail piece. Yeah, below small chainmail piece, everything that you see here is fully duplicated. All of this is completely duplicated, right? And I think it's really crazy. It's really crazy, and I think is why I'm sending one final item at a time to the client, because there is so much data, plus all the descriptions, right? That it becomes really, really a lot of text to send. If you are confused, just imagine what the NPC must be feeling. Yeah, well, I don't know. The NPC is a computer at the end. A computer can really work on data better than humans, but so I think what I'm saying is that the problem is that if I do it in chunks, right? Because at the moment it is a 3, right? At the moment it is a 3. But in reality, I think it should be a T-map, right? So that you have a father, you have a child, and then the child may have another child, right? But it's just inside a T-map. So instead of, I think it would be so much better. So let's say that so I have now the names here are a bit long, but anyway, I have a small chain mail piece, right? Small chain mail piece. In small chain mail piece, we'll have a child that is small. There is small chainmail parts. Fuck. I misclicked. Small chainmail parts, right? And I will never be able to position it right. No. Okay. Let's say that is okay. Small chainmail parts. And then small chainmail parts will be zone entry, right? Will be zone entry. A small chainmail part. I don't know why I started from that, because I think it's a bit too long. But anyway, a small chainmail parts will have chainmail strip, and then chainmail strip will have whatever. And when the point is that when it's duplicated, so it is riveted 6 in 1 pattern, whatever, and then non-sick but 6, and then and then it will have also riveted 4 in 1 pattern, right? So it will have that. But then you see that the 4 in 1 pattern doesn't riveted close steel rings, doesn't riveted close steel rings. That is a bit weird though. How is it possible you are creating the same pattern with the same components? Doesn't riveted close steel ring, doesn't close steel ring, does the rivet open, does the rivet open? Huh? How can the same ingredients create two different things? That is a bit strange. Chainmail strip. Wave 3 6-in-1 patterns. Combine, because the quantity is different. Okay, because the quantity is different. Yeah, because the quantity is different. So here is 4 and 6. It's 4 open and 1 closed. And here is 6 open and 1 closed. So the quantity is different, right? The quantity is different. So that's why. But you don't see the quantity here. I don't know, I'm thinking to redo this thing. I'm thinking to because the text on the right, I think is very confusing. I think it's super hard to read. Now, obviously, I can split it, right? Because at the moment, this text is not telling you how to do the chainmail strip, right? It's telling you how to do everything that is below it. So this is a wall of text because it's not split into its components, right? It's just the whole process to arrive to the chainmail strip, while in theory I think would be so much better just telling you to combine, you know, the pieces that are below it. And then if I click on 6 riveted 1 pattern, I read. So I don't know, I mean, it's two different ways, right? One is the list of everything and another is one for each component. But the problem is that like this we are duplicating so much text. We are duplicating an insane amount of text, and also I don't think it's easy to use. I don't think it's easy to use. I mean, it's okay, but I think it's not good. So if I would send the information this way, right? At least server to client. When I arrive here, right? When I arrive to the riveted 6-in-1 pattern, and then below it I have the dozen riveted. Oh my god, we selected the longest thing ever. But anyway, but I think it's a good example because it shows the duplication, right? So dozen riveted closed steel rings is pointing to dozen closed steel rings, right? And this is basically done once, right? It's done once. And then for all the others, if you have the same, like here, you know, you have the dozen closed steel rings, you know, will be exactly the same. And I don't want to duplicate it again. This is what I'm saying. So I'm basically sending it only once, and then I'm visualizing it multiple, which may be okay, but I don't want to send it. I don't want to send it multiple times. So basically I have this sequence, right, in a T map. So the T map is what? The T map is father and child. And then I have another map. Well, I think I need an array of father and child, and then, or even a 3 of father and child, but then the content. No, not a 3. It cannot be a 3. A 3 doesn't work. It must be a T map. A T map of father and child, so that this dozen open steel rings is just reused over and over, right? It's pointing to the same. Basically what I'm saying is that this, right? This I mean, open, doesn't repeated open. Yeah, exactly. So this one, and this one, and this one will be the same object in my structure. At the moment they are not. They are duplicated. They are duplicated, right? And in the same way, this guy and this guy, right, are the same object, right? And the repeated 6-in-1 pattern, I mean, it is duplicated if you scroll down and you are trying to make, instead of the boots, you want to make the gloves, you know, that guy's there again, right? The repeated 6-in-1 pattern is here again. It's just because you are combining in a different quantity. So, I don't know if it's the time to, I mean, redoing it, I think is quite some work. And so I'm thinking if I redo it, do I want to redo it this way, or do I want to redo it completely? Because actually, I don't remember where, but we should have, come on. There was a crafting thing. I know there was. Crafting. I made a new proposal for new crafting UI some time ago. I mean, it was a long time ago, but anyway, I have no idea where is it now. I have no idea where is it. Why I cannot find it? Why I cannot find it? Why I cannot find it? It must be here somewhere. This one. Crafting 1, crafting 2, crafting UI. It's always so nice when it doesn't tell you where is this. Under the UI. Crafting UI. These are all icons. Nah, but it's not this. I don't think it was this. I think I had it. I think I have it in, maybe I have it in Dropbox. Maybe I have it in Dropbox. Ah, here it is. There 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 it is. Let me see just the latest. I mean, it's 2014, but so it's not very new, but it's new. It's not very new, but it's new. Crafting UI presentation, crafting not tabs. Not tabs PNG. Crafting UI. Hello. Yes and no. Crafting UI. I mean, this was the original proposal, but this is not what... That is not what I did after this. I did an iteration. I did an iteration on top of this. I remember it. I remember. I don't know if I saved it, but I'm pretty sure I did an iteration on top of this. Problem is that this is everything is 2014, so there is nothing newer. There is a crafting UI Talad, but I think this was just a sketch. I don't know if I lost it. Could be possible. It's possible that I lost it. It's possible, eh? It's possible that I lost it. Would be a pity, but it's possible. Crafting stuff. Ah, wait. What is the date here? 2014 again. (2014 again). But I think this one is better. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did something after that, but I don't know. Maybe it's really 2014. I don't know, but it's. I think I did something. So we have all of that 2014. Then we have the. I don't know why everything is 2014. Maybe the date was just reset when I reinstalled, you know. There is some 2016 here, but I cannot find my. I cannot find. All the stuff is empty. But anyway, the closest to what I was thinking is the one that we found. Is the one that we found. Is the one that we found here. Which is this one, right? But I'm pretty sure I did an elaboration of this. Maybe it was this. Maybe it was this one. 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 Because you see here there was the 3 already. There was the 3 already, right? Now here you can filter, you can see all the crafting books. I mean, it's definitely more evoluted, right? But the point was that you have the 3 on the left, which is pretty much the 3 that we have here, right? And is the 3 that I try to recreate. And then if you select an item, like for example the mace kit, that you have 0 at the moment, this panel on the right is showing you what you need to do for the mace kit, right? And it gives you the icon, it gives you the description. It's telling you what is the container. And now here we were going a bit crazy with the functionality. So I was telling you the container is the anvil, and by the way, it's not in range, right? But anyway, what is the tool? What is the estimated time? What is the expected quality? And then here... what are the materials needed, right? And say, hey, to make a mace kit, you need a mace battle handle, a spiked mace head. Again, this mace double handle is duplicated, is a mistake, okay? But yeah, so these two, right? Which are, by the way, the same two that you see here. And so required 0, required 1, you have 3. Required 1, you have 0. So you see out of this guy, you have 0. So you can click on this one, right? And craft it. if you have the material. So it was more of a sequence, of steps, but you were basically saying what was required below, and then you were basically crafting, right, directly from this window somehow. And it is the time, passing by. If you have the tool in your hand and if you have the container available, right? So that was kind of the idea. And I think it's a good idea. I'm just trying to understand how I can combine what I have, which is the 3, with this view, because this view we miss completely, right? This view at the moment is this view at the moment is this text, pretty much. Is this text on the right, right? Guys, this is a major change if we do it, but there is a major change if we do it. I'm trying to understand what if there is a middle ground, or if I can go one step closer. I mean, the three structure was one step closer to this, right? Was one step closer to this. And yeah. I'm trying to understand what I want to do. Trying to understand what I want to do. So basically I need a very different structure, right? Because at the moment, I don't even know at the moment how I'm sending. Because, okay, I'm preloading everything into... I'm preloading into this crafting node, right? And then I'm recursively going... And then here we get the description. Because we also have the combines, we don't have only the transformations. We have the transformations and the combine. So we have both of them. The only thing that is confusing me is why is not done for each node, right? While only certain nodes, like for example here is the chainmail gloves and the chainmail strip, and nothing else, right, is having a description. Is it because these guys are showing as final items in this list? I don't think so, because as you can see here also the dozen riveted open steel ring is showing up, right? So Multi-map, order by result item. Because you see that I already have a multi-map here. Map ordered by source item. So in reality, you know, what I was saying here, I mean, we already, at least server side, we already have it in that way. Because we already have a multi-map and a T-map where the key is the item ID. And is extracting all the final items. What I don't understand is why the description, right? Why the description is associated only to the father. That is what I don't understand. That is what I don't understand. Where is the... That is the description, right? Create transcraft description. So describe transformation, craft step description, describe the transformation, process ID, get sub process ID. But in theory this one is done one by one, no? If process if process gets a process ID equal to 0, gets a process ID equal to 0. I think that is the key to our current problem, because I think he's looking at the sub process ID. No, I don't have it here, so the sub process ID must be loaded yeah, this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why. Okay, let me run it in debug and see one sec, because I need to reconcile with what I did there. If I don't reconcile with this, I will not be able to change it. I have to understand when this is getting used, right? I think it's so... when did this getting used? List the production step. List the steps to produce an item. Given a result item ID, recursively list all the transformation and combination required to produce it. So I think that this is wrong, right? Meaning, I mean, it's okay, but it's making it very hard to read. I think we should not do this. I think we should not recursively list all the transformation and combination required to produce it. I think we should only list the transformation and combination required at level 1, you know, or -1, you want to call it, and then do it. So list production steps. What do you mean one failed? What do you want? List production steps. Describe combination. Describe transformation. This part is not clear at all. It's not clear at all and it's not commented enough. I think I need to re-enter into this logic and understand what he was doing, because I need to re-enter into this crazy logic. Because when we where do we save that, right? Where do we save it? TX transformation result ash. Okay, transformation result ash. So we save it into the transformation itself, or okay, let me see. So we start from here, which is preload craft messages, right? So this is basically preloading all the messages. Okay, where is it saving this? I think it's saving it into add to the book text by design item ID. I think this may be the old code actually. Result dash new array, final items, pattern ID, current grip ID, item stack ID, collect the crafting text for the last item found, crafting description. It is going for all the items, and then is adding it to this trade craft text by item ID. Okay, I think that this at the moment is working on so for example here is doing, just to understand, it's doing 122 which is fishing rod and reel, and then it's doing 4835 4836. So it's doing it on these three items. Now how the hell did he select those three items? How did he understand that those are the final items? Merge the final items appearing in final items and used by item appearing in final item patterns with those appearing in final item to produce crafting item books. Oh my god, boys. Find final item. Yeah, there is a whole logic here that is try to identify what is the final product of the transformation. There is a whole crazy logic, which I like, because anyway we need to know what are the final items. Build a list of final items starting at the random node. Oh my god, at the random node? GG. Recursively walk the data network until the final looking node is encountered, then add it to the final item list. What do you mean by random? Okay. Discarded option, adopt the heuristic that is one is a target, the fewer transformation of final wine. Adopt the heuristic that is able to send the same number of both final states. Product of more transformation equal to final item. Uh-oh. 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 So for each of the three that he found, then he's trying to generate a description, right? But I mean, this thing is impossible to follow because it's too big, right? It's impossible to actually read, right? So yeah, I think so. So you see that he's doing assemble 5 bamboo into bamboo pole using Smith table with a wood chisel, right? That is actually correct and is the description associated to the final item without the children, right? Without the children. Exactly. So why then I do collect? Yeah, it's here. It seems that it's, yeah, this is where we do the thing, right? So every item has its description, but we act only on what we consider the final items, and we basically put the whole description of including all the child description, right, into this thing. And it is when when it starts to be multiple, right? This is when it starts to be multiple. I don't understand why we don't do it item by item. But like here, crafting description, you know, is only that line, the line that we just saw. So it's only this line, right? And then, in this case, we only have that single line. In this case, we have only one single line. So it seems that in this case, it's simple. It's really one line, right? Probably because this object is very simple. Insert a blank row between items. Wait, insert a blank row between items. New craft trends info. New array push. So now we will do another 4. No, I don't understand. We will do another 4, yes, but we do the same mess, right? Fine, let me remove this back one. So we do the same thing, and We get assemble fishing pole kit into fishing pole using Smith table with a wooden mallet. Right. And this. Yeah, we are actually. But you know what? I think that this is the old. This is the old one. I think that this is the old system, because you see that he's adding a new line, and he's also adding the name of the item on top. So now we will have, you know, in this thing we will have yeah, you see that it start to be two lines now. Is combine assemble right? I think that this is, well, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if this is the one that we then send out or not. I have no idea. I have to check the rest of the code and see. Free trait transformation by patterns and group. What is this thing doing? Okay, fine. It's just a cleanup of what we just created. But I don't think we are using. I don't think we are using this technique. I don't think we are using this technique. I think this technique is the one that was produced in the previous books. And is basically adding into this tradecraft text by item. At least I think. 1 second. This is not easy. This is not easy. There should be a view item. There should be a view item, right? Yes, exactly. And there should be probably also a view crafting item. Crafting books. Send craft transing info. So this is where we do. Receive crafting book content. New method to send the crafting book info. Receive crafting book content. I think this is the old way, right? This is the old way. Which is still in the code, It's still in the code. I mean, like, if you want to see it, we can see it, right? If we want to see it, we can see it. Let's see it for a second so that I understand what is going on. But I think that, yeah, we still have the old method in and the new method in, so we can compare them if we want. The old method was basically having a full crafting book in one string. So whatever you could make with the book was actually listed in one string. The new method is working differently because it's associating to the final crafting items a description. So if I look at this message, right, this message should be the old book. Yeah, exactly. This message is the old book. Right? And I think that at the moment, this is actually not used anymore. So the old book was saying... The old book was not bad anyway, yeah? It was not bad. Was not bad because, okay, let's try to copy this a second and see how it was, because I think it was probably better actually. I mean, it was worst in format because it was a bit hard to read, right? But in terms of reuse, was much better because you see that we have the chainmail combat strip only once, right? In this book is mentioned only once. And yes, it's true that we have the chainmail strip with... Yeah, but basically he has the wall text, yes. He has the wall text. So it is a bit messy as the other one. Because for example, right, so this chainmail strip, right, is saying, which is here, chainmail strip, right, is saying mold a molten steel into wire steel using forge with a right. So it's starting from here, right, and then it's going up. Right, which is kind of fine, but not really fine, and it is exactly why. This is exactly why in my text, in my new text, I have all this because I think I'm just reusing this piece. I think I am. Because in my structure, for example, I have the dozen riveted close, right? Dozen riveted close. So also in the old book was a duplication because you see, if you have to do the dozen riveted close steel rings, you are somewhere here, right? Doesn't close the steel ring, doesn't open steel ring, riveted in four dozen riveted open steel rings. So you are basically here, But it doesn't tell you molten steel into steel wire using, yeah, but you see this phrase, right? This phrase is identical to this, right? So it's the same thing. So this piece, this piece, this piece is equal to this piece, this piece, this piece, right? So he's basically telling you again how to reach the doesn't close the steel rings. But it doesn't tell you how to reach the riveted one. Right? It's just telling you to use it. So this combine, right? This combine is just saying, hey, combine the thing, but it's not telling you how to do this. The doesn't riveted open steel ring. If you want to know how to do it, you have to go down here. So the difference is what? The difference is missing the rivet. Is missing the rivet. Why is missing only the rivet step on all these steps? I mean, why is replicating all of this? Yeah, so this is the old message, right? This is the old message. So this message is not used anymore. I think this function is probably not even going up. I think the one we are using now is this one, right? So this one is probably not even going to the client anymore. I mean, it seems it does, but so new method, right? This is the new method. So we get the 3 structure, and then we send one final item at a time to avoid the 65k thingy. And then we get the trade text by item ID. Yeah, the only thing that I don't get is if our structure is like this and this guy is generating a text and this guy is generating a text, how is this even possible if this one in the middle is not a top item, right? So why? I mean, how? I mean, I can just debug and see, but so here I'm getting my 3, right, with my 3 with chainmail gloves, chainmail boots, armor, pants, and torso armor, right? So which are the 5 top items in the structure, right? And this is perfect, I think. So this is exactly what we need, right? This is exactly what we need. And then he has his children and whatever, right? He has the kit. The only problem is that this kit, does the kit have a description on how to make it? I don't think so. I don't think it does. Because this is actually the PS item. This result item is a PS item, I think. So PS item does not have the description for crafting. That is cached, right? As you can see here. Get crafting 3 child. Get crafting 3 child recursive, right? So probably what I need to do, and I think that is okay, If the child has no children, then don't add it as we want to avoid ingredients in the tree. Okay. Result item, crafting node, get trade text by item ID. Okay, I think that I understand what is going on. I understand what is going on. So basically, what I did, I just reused this text for right for the items that were actually available. And so there are a number of items that I put in the list, but actually have no text, right? They have no text. Because the text has not been created. Okay, I think I understand. I understand way more now. So this is create the crafting book text in old format, right? So crafting books, the old crafting books. I don't know how to say, right? The old crafting books, the old crafting readable books. I don't know how to say, but anyway, those ones, right? That is creating this, and in this ash, right? In this ash, come on, Visual Studio, please. And this ash, let's say, holds the crafting the crafting book text in old format. And for now, I don't want to kill it by item stats ID, right? So this uint32 is the item stat ID. I think what I want to do, I want to create, I don't know if I want to create I want to create a new text, right? Right. So this will be trade craft text craft trade craft new text something like that. New text by item ID, right? So now the problem is that I mean, we have a significant problem because obviously the current code is not thinking that way, right? So the current code is, when he's doing this, right? When he's doing this shit, is problem is that here we are already limiting to so the problem is that this thing is just recursively reading all the combination and transformations needed to create that item, right? Excluding the duplicates and adding them into an array which holds also the step description, but does not include the item ID. So basically we don't know so basically is this because there can be more than one? I guess so. I think one of the problems we have is that if you are making an armor and you are making it with if you are enchanting an armor and you are making with different ingredients, the enchanting can be different, right? So the result can be different. So you are basically making the same armor, but the components are different, right? And so it may result, right? So the end item may be different with different characteristics, but it's still the same plate armor, right? But with different characteristics. So you may have multiple trade combinations, I think, that are leading. This is why it's doing select, right, star from trade combination where result ID equal to and then is cycling on all the combinations, right? Because there might be more than one actually. I mean, in the majority of the cases, probably there are not, but if I do where result ID is, for example, chainmail strip, right? Well, because this doesn't result in a combination. Is the kit that is resulting in a combination. So, and the kits are Yeah. Because here we are selecting only the items that are a result of a transformation. Not the ones that are a result... my god, my god. Right. No. Wait. There is a father, eh? There is a father. There is a father. Bro, can I please have the father of this? Please. Okay, see. Yeah, so Team President book, we don't have it in, yeah. We don't have President book in the in the combinations. Yeah. Exactly. So the I mean, I don't know if it's true that you can have more than one set of combination for the same end item. That I'm not completely sure, but for sure you have multiple items making a combination. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, my only question is why in this text, right? So when I have the combined, right? Combined is a combination, obviously, right? All the others are all these are transformation. There is a combination. So combination means taking number of items, putting them together, right? So it's is an easy thing. It doesn't require skill or anything else. You just put them together, right? In theory, it requires skills, but in our game, doesn't. So, so we exclude the small chainmail parts, for example, right? The small chainmail parts, right, that you see here, is not, right, is here, but is not an end item. It's just an item that is combined. It's like a kit, right? And the kit, right, this kit is made of X amount of chainmail strip, X amount of whatever, and X amount of whatever, right? So it's a combination of things, right? Now here is not very visible, but in reality here there is something else below this, right? I think. It should be. There should be something below this, right? So to make a small chainmail parts, you actually need 3 of these guys, right? Exactly, you need 3 of these guys. So you combine 3, you put them together, and you create this. So So basically this piece, right, should only this line should be associated to the chainmail strip. Only this line. Then only this line should be associated into a small chainmail piece, which is this. And only this line should be associated to the kit. And so on, right? Two small chainmail pieces, two medium, two small. Yeah, but okay. So basically what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is that I want each item to have its own single description. I don't want to have the whole thing merged into a single text here. Because this is what this thing is doing, right? So it's collecting the crafting test for the last item found, including all the sub pieces, right? So there is a for loop that is including them all. While what I would like to do now, how the hell do I do it if this is actually, so I need to do it inside inside of this. I need to add it in my crafting info. I think that I need to add it in my... Because this array, right, of yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I can probably do even better. I can just do... Wait. But the problem is that I think it doesn't know. If I go inside of this, when he's reading, when he's actually creating the text, which is the describe combination, right? I should put it here. The problem is that my crafting info does... I mean, at this point, we don't know what the item is. Do we? Well, yes, we have the item ID, actually. We have the item ID of what? We have the item ID of what? The item ID is the result ID or is the... The item, we have the item ID, which is not the result ID. It's not the result ID. What we need is the result. We need associated result ID because this will take for each of the, exactly, for each of the items, right? Oh my god, this thing is so complex. Yeah, here he has the result ID. Which is the into, right? Into blah blah blah. So this is the item that you are creating, right? Which is the result ID of this combination. Exactly. But here we don't have... Okay, we return just the description, right, of this shit. We return just the description. In theory, we have the I mean, the result item will be the same for all, I guess. So if we take, you know, combinations, I mean, this assumes what? This assumes there are multiple result items. I think no, right? Yeah, exactly. It's saying current combination of 0. So it's like going boom into the, right? Is going into combination of 0. So if I do the same here, and I get my combination of 0, assuming that is never empty, right? But fine. And here I get my result ID in the same way that we do right? If result ID is equal to 1. What is this? This is wrong, boys. I don't think it was. I think there is a mistake. It's not result ID, is quantity. Is result quantity. There is a mistake in the original code. There is a mistake in the original code. I'm gonna change it. I think that is why you have this 0 here. So this thing is saying if the quantity is 1, just say into blah blah blah, right? If it's not, the point I think is that the quantity is actually 0. I don't know. We can see what is the result with this change, but I think this one was a mistake, right? It is checking the quantity. If the quantity is 1 or not. If it's 1, it doesn't put the number. If it's not 1, it puts the number, right? So that was a mistake. There was a mistake. But anyway, apart from this, what I wanted to say is that we need to get the result ID, right? That is the one that we want. So there is my result ID, right? So we can say int result ID equal to this shit. Okay. So why it doesn't like me? Why? What? Current combination. Yeah, bro, current combination is what we are setting. Yeah, is the result set. You need the pointer. Okay. Yeah, it needs it like that. So that is my result ID. Now what I want to do in the new array, which is anyway inside cache manager, I would like to associate the description. So this description to my result ID. Now, or I do it here. So right, so this will be a uint and my value. So the uint is my result ID, and my value is the craft description. Now the only problem is that this thing may override. This thing may be overridden, I mean, by the previous one. But if we always use, now we did it only for the combinations, right? Now the same in theory we should do for the transformation. So I hope that there is a describe transformation, right? So the idea is that also for the describe transformation, the same will happen. Yes. yes here, right? Because the logic is identical, right? It's the same logic. So there should be a result item ID as well here. Hopefully. Right. Is transformation get item ID? Is this transformation get item ID? Oh, we can be empty, I don't know. So here we do t get trans ID, no, get, what was it? Get item ID. Was get item ID, huh? Yeah, tran get item ID. So we get this, and then craft info, craft step. This okay. So here we save the transformation. Wait, we save the transformation and the okay. So now, second, because the level of complexity of this thing, at least for my little brain, is kind of too much. So now we basically, yeah, now we have in that hash, okay, the stuff. Yeah, we have the stuff. So now when we send to the client, right, when we send to the client, the new text, which is inside it was something like send the crafting whatever. Send the trans item, send craft trans info. Yeah, okay. This thing, right? So this is the old method. So now where is the text? Where is the text? Exactly. So we have to change this get trade. Okay, it's very easy. It's very easy. So now there's get trade text blah blah blah, right? Now this, right? So we create a new one. Well, create a boot text in new format, one text per item in the tree, and this will be get trade new text by item ID, and this will return new right? And so no. And so here we will use the new for this guy, and in the recursive, right, we will use also the new. Come on, Visual Studio, please. Please don't be annoying. Okay. And also here we will use, I mean, assuming that this is used only by the new, but I hope so. Huh. I'm not completely sure, but I hope so. Okay, let's recompile. So basically what I did now is a very simple change. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy, right? I just tried to reconcile with how the thing was working, trying to understand how the text was created, and then basically putting into each item his own description, right? And I think there is a step forward, meaning that in the new way of thinking, we want each item to be self-contained, right? And maybe next we will not add only the description, but we will add also the item that are making it, right? So I don't know, a shield as the shield handle, you know, and the core. And I think instead of crafting info description, we can pass something more than that, which basically will be the content of this window somehow. Even if, I don't know, I think this example of the maze kit is a bad example because... No, it's a good example. Because it's instant. Estimated time is instant, actually, right? Because it is a kit, so it's a combination. So you're just assembling pieces to then work on them, right? Okay, it succeeded. Okay, let's see what the hell we created. In theory, what I'm expecting is that now each item in the structure has its own description. Which I don't know exactly if it's an I mean, it is an improvement, I think. Because I think that it's very, very hard to read, you know, that full list. It's very hard to read the full list. I don't know, what do you think? I mean, a full list is nice if you want to know from the beginning to the end how to do this thing. Like, you want to say, oh, how do I do a chainmail strip? Oh, to do a chainmail strip, you know, I have to follow pretty much this process. But I don't think that you are making the strip, right? You may be, yeah, I mean, you make, so in our three structure, you see the strip, but then you say, oh, how many I have of those? 0, right? So that is where I think we need, would be very nice, would be very nice if in the crafting info, it will show you how many items you have of a particular object. I think it's fairly heavy performance wise because we basically have to scan your inventory for every possible item in the crafting book. So I think it's pretty heavy. Why is always night when I do any kind of testing? Okay, so if we do this now and I click on chainmail gloves, I want to see one line awfully. Okay. Huh. Okay, but this is the problem, right? There is the problem that, yeah, there are, like I was saying, there are multiple ways to make, well, there are, I don't know, this is a bit weird though. Okay. Let's see the next one. The next one is combine. So how do I make a chainmail gloves kit? I combine 4 small chain pieces into 0. Okay, into, yeah, that's 0. I have to check, but I have to say into a chainmail glove kit, and this is a repeatable pattern so that you can stack it, right? So yeah, pretty much. I did what I wanted to do, which is, fuck, the chainmail strip is not doing it though. The chainmail strip is not doing it. The chainmail strip is not doing it. Why? New text. That is why it's not doing it. Wait. Wait a second. What? No. I don't know. Because what do I get? What do I put here? Because that will be the final step. What? Yeah, that would be the final step, right? The final transformation. The final transformation to actually make the, so basically now we are saying that all the ones that are empty. Yeah. Fuck. We're saying that all the ones that previously had a description, now they are empty. Because here I'm collecting the children, but I'm not. But I'm not asking the final. Wait. But in theory, no, I don't understand. In theory, here we enter with our result ID, no? So why? It should not be empty. Unless describe multi-transform. Describe multi-transform. Maybe we need to do the same on this guy, huh? Describe multi-transform. Build a description of a trait transformation where multiple tools can be used to produce the same result. It is especially useful for enchanting gems. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Holy Jesus. But yes, practically, basically here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, basically we should do the same. I don't know if this is the case, but it's too hard for me to think about it, so I'm just doing it. It's too hard to think if it's correct, but basically. Oh my god. Where the hell is the item ID in this freaking mess? In a multi-transform. I just need the result. The result should be 1, right? The result is 1. I'm sure about that. Where is the result in this freaking mess? Where is the result, boys? Process ID, process, primary skill, secondary skill, whatever. Sorted array, process ID. Where is my result? Craft step description. It should be T get item, right? Oh my god, I don't understand what it's doing. So it's using craft info, craft step description, but here is setting it again. No, because is appending. No, but here is not appending. Here is appending, but it is not appending. Here is like cleaning it completely. Here is just, you see that here is appending the thing. It is just saying equal to. But because he recurses. Is it recursive shit, Erinos? No. I don't understand why. I agree with the append here, but I don't understand this. It's creating a new craft info. Because it is creating a new one. Okay. It's creating a new. So it's pushing the previous. And then it's creating a new. And then it's creating a new. So we need to do the same. Oh my god. Oh my god, this thing is so weird. It's going in with the same transform all the time, right? Which is T. So it's going in always with T. So to me, I mean, hopefully this T is T get item ID, right? So it's this thing. So I think the only problem I have, I think, is that this will not do it because here we are. Here we are reading only the last description, and we are not reading the full description. But I think it's probably enough. Let me just see. Let me just see if that was the one that was missing or not. Even if now I have another problem that I messed up the... I messed up... yeah. I messed up this, right? So I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. In theory is the last step of this array. In theory. So if we want to do it very, very weird, we can do array get max, or sorry, get array num, right? And basically we are getting this new array num -1, which is basically the last item. And then we are doing get data. And then we are doing... No. And then we get data, and then we are doing craft description. No. Wait, what is this get data? I don't understand. Because it's a pointer? Okay. Okay, let me try to compile. Then I have to go, guys. Hello, Knuckle J. Hey. I decided to delve a bit into the crafting books, but it's a mess. It's complex. It's complex. It's complex. It's complex. The system is complex, and it's complex. It's something that requires a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time and a lot of mind focus, right? So you need to be like into the zone, right? Like if you are at the Olympics, you know, you have to be into the zone so much to make sense of all the code. I mean, at the end, it's not a lot of code, but there is a lot of recursion. So there are a lot of function calling the same function over and over and over in a recursive way, and building stuff and doing it, you know, in a complex way. So I think that for crafting, I will go step by step, meaning I don't think I can redo the whole solution in one shot. I think it would be too hard. I think the tree structure, I like it. I think is way more intuitive than the old text, at least in my point of view. So the old text was good in a way, but was very hard to understand what was making what. Like if I look at a chainmail strip, and this is the old text, right, in the old books, and is saying do this, do that. So I cannot really easily understand what is what, right? While with the 3 I can, but in the 3 I'm missing. Wait, what is going on here? Started 2 servers. Started 3 servers. How many servers did I start? 22 servers. How could it compile if the server was up? That's interesting. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so the code is complex. On top of that, there are also, you know, enchantments and gems and sockets and all of that, which was an expansion of the previous system, and that is making it even more complex, because it's not just that you craft, you know, one piece into another, so and it is kind of easy. No, you have multiple, based on the input items, you can have a different result. So, and there are multiple transformations. And then there are there is all the crafting to destroy, right? Because you can melt something that you built back into the metal, right? And this is what is making it even more complex, because then you need to say, okay, what the hell? Yeah, and this is a good example, right? This is a good example. So I'm getting only one of the many. So the multi didn't really work, but now it works better in the sense that I have for each line. No. Chainmail strip is not working. Wait. Let me see if they are correct, because maybe they're not. Wave small chainmail parts. So I'm clicking on what? No, they are all off by 1. Oh my god. Yeah, they're all off by 1. So I'm getting instead of getting the result ID, I'm getting the item ID for whatever reason. What? Now this one is correct. The kit is correct. Combine 4 small chainmail pieces into, okay, this 0 will fix it, but chainmail glove kit. So the kit, so the combination seems to be correct. The transform is completely fucked. Because the transform is not... No, the transform are all wrong. Large mail cloth. The large mail cloth is probably inside the torso armor. Large mail cloth is not in the torso. Maybe it's in the pants. Where is it? Large mail cloth does not exist. Large mail cloth. What? Large mail cloth does not exist here. What? Bro, large mail cloth, I don't know what is it. Large mail cloth? Okay, it does exist actually. Is 4710. 4710. 4710. There is something broken, guys. Something broken, something broken, something broken. Something very, 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 very broken. Very broken, very broken, very broken. Very broken, very broken. I'm checking on the next screen. Okay, there is Armor Smith, yes. You have to wave 2 small chain mail pieces. 2 small chain mail pieces. 2 small chain mail pieces. Okay. Into a large mail cloth. Yeah, exactly. So it is actually correct, but is a step that is used for the helm. Oi, 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 oi. What? Oi, 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 is used for the helm. So this means that our IDs are getting overridden by the other books. So we read one book, then we read the other book in the server side, obviously. And this item... No, but it's not possible because this is not the result. No, wait. I made a mistake in the transformations. There is no way. I made a mistake in the transformations. I made it. Wait. Let me check the one at the bottom. Let me check the one at the bottom. So steel wire, right? Steel wire. Let me check. Let's go from the bottom to the top. Steel wire. Steel wire is done. Steel wire. Mold molten steel into steel wire. Spin 3 steel wires into steel string using Smith table with a mandrel. No. Is all fucked up by one. Like if I click on steel coil, I see the description of the dozen ring. Oh my god. No, it's broken, guys. It's broken as hell. It's broken as hell. It's completely broken. It's completely broken. It's completely broken. Is one level down, but it's strange though because so all the transformations are broken. Like if I have added the wait a second. Describe transformation. That is fucked up. Describe transformation is really broken. Like if I used instead of the result ID, I use the item ID or vice versa. Get item ID. Get item ID. I don't know if it's get item ID. I think it's not get item ID. Is there a get result? Much better. Much better. Much better. Get result ID. Wait. There is hope. I mean, it's still it will still be broken because I think that for the multi is not working. But hello, Hula. Yes, we are in hell. We are in an impossible place. But there is a possibility now. There is a possibility now. We have one bullet. Guys. Do you believe? We have one bullet to shoot before going to bed, which is that I messed up between get item and get result item. You see the tension in the music? See the tension? Will we survive? Will we survive? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. No, we will. I think, yeah, I think at the end we will win. But it may be now, like in 10 years from now, you know? I think that the problem are the multi, but the multi, I think I can. So the only problem is that it was getting items from the other book, which was super scary, right? Okay, let's start from the bottom. I don't want to start from the top because the top is scary. The top is like the combination of a million reasoning. So steel wire, mold molten steel into steel while using forge with a wire mold. Holy moly. I think it's correct. Using a forge with a wire mold. Yeah, this was in the old book, so I think is okay. So that is okay. Why my character is doing that? Steel coil. Wind steel wire into steel coil using the smith table with a mandrel. I think it's okay. Right? Wind steel wire into steel coil using the smith table with a mandrel. Seems to be fine. Dozen open rings, whatever. Cut steel coil into 15 dozen. What does it mean 15 dozen? because the object is dozen open steel ring and you make 15 with one coil. Okay, that's pretty good. So you get 15 items. Okay. Should we say quantity 15? I don't know, because reading it is a bit weird, but that's fine. Yeah, I understand what it means, right? So a dozen is an object, one item, and you're getting 15 out of it. Using Smith table with cutters. Hammer dozen open steel rings into dozen closed steel rings with using hammer and hammer. Okay. So you're basically closing the rings, right? Here you're closing the rings. But why you're closing the rings? Because the steel coil was open? That's kind of interesting, huh? I mean, in theory, you need them open. Uh-oh. Is there a mistake in the logic? I mean, it is nothing to do with what I did now, but I'm just saying, if you want to make chainmail, right, you need them open, right? You need them open and then you close them one by one. I don't know if you ever made chainmail, but I mean, why we close them? But anyway. Rivet, blah, 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 into dozen riveted. Combine 6 dozen riveted open steel rings, dozen riveted... What? Combine 6 dozen riveted open steel rings. Huh? It's missing one. I think it's missing one. Yeah, and it's missing one due to my change, right? Because I did a change that if it's one, is removing the number. But in case it's multiple, I think the one may help, because in previously was it's the same. Okay, I need to put 4 dozen, 6 dozen, 6 dozen, 6 dozen. Wait, I lost. Can we put here at the top what the hell you are reading? Because it's so hard to understand. We should put here whatever we are clicking on, right? Or highlight it, because it's so super annoying. You never know what you clicked. I can highlight it maybe, or just put the name here at the top. Riveted 6. Riveted 6 in 1. Riveted 6 in 1. Uh-oh. No, because wait. Riveted 4 in 1, riveted 6 in 1 to make the chainmail straight. Because we have two. Yeah. We have this, boys. If my character wouldn't go crazy, I would prefer. But because we have this, right? So there is a 4 on one side here, and there is a 6 on the other side, right? So because you make the 6 in 1 or the 4 in 1. Yeah. So no, I think that now is correct. Now is correct, meaning that each object has its description, which personally I like more, right? Because usually how Crafter works, is not that they are making, one chainmail strip, right? I mean, you are making dozens of these ones, right? You're making a lot of this. And then when you have a lot of this, you move to the next one and you make a lot of this. And then you move to the next one, you make a lot of this, and so on, right? So that at the end, you are repeating the same work over and over instead of doing one item at a time, every time a different item, because otherwise you go completely crazy. you have to change tools, you have to change maybe from the anvil to the smith table, so is fairly annoying, right? So I think the change that I did, I like. Now the problem is when you go up, because if you go up, I mean up to here I think is still okay. Yes, here is still okay. Here is combine 3 chain mail strips into, okay, that is okay, that is okay. This is small chain mail piece is okay, because you just, this is just a combination, right? This is just a combination. And this is okay. And this one will be wrong, I guess. Because unfortunately this one is... This one I think is the multi-transform. So I think that this one has multiple possibilities, including the enchantments. So to solve that, but basically only the top is wrong at the moment, right? Only the top is wrong, and I think that all the top items are the correct items. So what the bug report was saying, what the part report was saying was that yes, all the kits were basically missing a description, and now they have it, right? So now we fix that. Yeah, because this report was saying that guys, do you know if you can enchant armor with this book or with the other book? Because actually there's another book that is enchanting armor, right? And is another book enchanting armor, or is in the same I have to go, by the way. I really have to go, but I think I made some progress. I need to keep my mind into this problem tomorrow again, because tomorrow night, right? Because it's so hard to enter into the problem that if I switch topic, I will forget everything. So I need to stay into this problem as much as possible and try to make some progress, because it's fairly complex. Blacksmithing, armor enchant. But then why armor enchant, right? Armor enchant, but I don't want to show you this because I mean I can, but no, I think it's fine. I can show you this. There's nothing secret really. Enchanting armor, right? Enchanting armor. Do I have the book? Probably I don't have the book. I have enchanting gem of power. No, I just want to see something. I want to see enchanting armor. Oh fuck, was this one? No, it was not this one. Enchanting armor, okay. So if I look at this book, holy shit. Chain mail Yes, you see, you have the, but why? But then why was showing in the other one? Ah, because we read this book. Oh my god, no. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, because we, yeah. Fuck. Oh my god. Because the item is the same, right? The top item is the same. The top item is called chainmail gloves. It's not called enchanted chainmail gloves, right? It's not. I think it should actually. It should. I don't know. But anyway, the problem is that it's the same item, and so in our there is a very hard problem to solve. Because in our structure here, we go by ID, right? In this hash table, I'm putting the description by ID. And the ID is the same. The ID is the same. Oh my god. So I cannot solve it tonight, but I know the problem. I mean, I know exactly why it's happening. Because the ID is the same. So we will have to differentiate by book. I don't know how, but we will have to differentiate by book. So we will need to have we will need to keep we will need to keep a description that may be different by book. So it's not enough to have a T map. It needs to be a T map with then an array, right? Here there should be an array, which is the book ID and the description. Yeah, exactly. The book ID and the description. So I need to enter here with the book ID or with the pattern ID. I think the pattern ID may be enough. Yeah, the pattern ID I think is enough. So I don't know if we have the pattern ID here, but I basically need to change this to have the pattern ID. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, we made some progress. I think we can close the night. We can wrap up here. I still have a lot of ideas on how to improve this. I think it would be very nice if here there is a panel that is checking your inventory and is telling you how many you have. And I think it would be even better if it's telling you how many you have in the inventory and how many you have in the storage, right? That would be fantastic. But in theory, it's a bit out of character because you need to go to the storage to see, right? But I don't know. That would be one way to get closer, you know, to something like this. I mean, we have the tree now, right? And we have the description for each of the three. Basically, the right panel, which is this. The right panel, which is this, is already telling you what to do. And so I think it's already better than before. I think it's clearer. But what does it mean, shape 2? Shape 2? Shape 2 is the internal name, is not the... Shape 1. Yeah, these are the internal names that you should not see. Anyway. Okay, guys, I think I'm going. I'm going to bed. So have a good night. See you tomorrow evening. We will work more on this, try to improve it, and then we will think about the release. I think it's time. I think it's time to release. If I also do some fixes here, I think it would be nice to have this as a page or something. I don't know. I think that this black thingy looks pretty bad. Also the fact that for whatever reason I cannot scroll up and down. I don't know why I cannot scroll up and down with my mouse here. And also the fact that I cannot double click, I cannot expand it all. I think I will put like maybe two icons. One that is like expand all. Maybe only at the top. Yeah, maybe only at the top. I don't think you need expand all, you know. I think I want an expand all here. That is just expanding the world structure in one click. Which in certain cases may be very big, like if we go in the case of this and you want to expand this world thing, I think it becomes insane. Right? It becomes like impossible. But yeah. This thing is really complex. I mean, making chainmail armor is really complex. It's probably one of the most complex crafting that we have in the game. And also, I don't know if this view is really good or if it's just confusing. I don't know. I will think about it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I see you are very quiet. It's okay. Have a good night. Bye bye. We'll make this game great in the future. This game will become fantastic, okay? Will become fantastic. One day. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.